In this video, I wanted to go over how to expand the storage of your Linux system by adding a drive or an SSD to your system. And it's a pretty simple process, but it's not like how it is in Windows because it's more secure, and by default anyway. Because you can set the permissions to be as insecure as you want, but that is a conscious decision that you have to make. So I thought I had covered this before, but apparently that was a video that I had made and kind of scrapped because I think the audio was really terrible. But anyway, let's head over to the terminal. Well, here we are in the terminal, and what you're probably going to want to do is go ahead and format the drive first. And to format that drive, let's run gparted. That's going to be the easiest way that I can show how to do everything. So here we go. We'll do sudo gparted. Now here we are in gparted. We're going to have a menu here on the top right, and we have my little small NVMe drive, SDA, SDB, SDC, SDD, and SDE. I know the one that I want is SDE because if we click on it, that is my home/timelord virtual machine labeled drive, and I want to add that to my system at boot. But what you're going to want is, but if you wanted to format it, this is your easiest way to do it. Just select that and either delete it or format it to another format. And once that's done, you click your little check mark here. It pops up a little smaller window and gives you a progress bar, and everything's great. Once that's complete, we're going to head back to the terminal, and I'll show you the easiest way to go about it. Back in the terminal, what we're going to want to do is, we already know which one it is. It's dev SDE, and if you wanted to see it again, lsblk. This is the partition that we're going to want to mount right here. And to get the unique universal identifier for that drive, here's the command you're going to want: sudo blkid. And dev SDE1, the label is virtual machines for me. Yours is going to be probably completely different. And I want just the text inside the quotation marks. Then I'll do vim etc fstab, or file system table. We're going to edit that, and you see I've already got it in here. So when you add this, when you edit this file, I'll tell you what, I'll just go ahead and delete that line. So we'll go into insert mode, do UUID equals, and we'll paste that in. Just what was inside those parentheses. Then and I know it looks like a few spaces, but it's always tab. We're going to mount that in home/timelord/virtual machines, and always press tab again. So ext4 is what it's formatted to. The options, we're just going to take the default options, and we don't need to dump, and we don't need it to pass the check, because up here it kind of gives you a little cheat sheet of how it needs to be laid out. So your file system is your universal unique identifier. Your mount point is pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be mounted in home, timelord, virtual machines. The type is what it's formatted to, or ext4 in my case. The options, we're just going to do the defaults, and if it needs to do a dump, or if it needs to pass the check before it is allowed to boot. And for me, that's pretty much it. I do need to check it real quick, so let me get out of it. To make sure everything is correct, before you boot, go ahead and run sudo mount-a. And if nothing is returned back to the terminal, you're good to go. But anyway, that's about all I've got for today. I just kind of wanted to show off the simple little process that's pretty easy for an initiated Linux user, but it can probably trip up a newer user. So thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a nice evening.